Hey guys, time for a review of set number 10197, the Fire Brigade, part of the Brand Ribbon Sawgrass store pre-build project. And it is a modular building with 2,231 bricks and retails for $150. And when I had this opportunity to build the set, I wasn't really flattered. Like, the colors were not as attractive as I originally thought. However, as I built the model and got to acquaint with it, I've gotten nothing but impressed with it. The quality of the model is excellent, very good product, and very nice technique. I have to really applaud Jamie Berard for the wonderful design. This set has about, I'm going to say, I don't remember exactly, I'm going to say 2 submodels. One for the lower floor, one for the upper floor, and the first submodel also includes the fire truck. In the bottom, you see me working on the Superstar Destroyer for Star Wars. I'm going to be reviewing that right on the fly. Time to take a detailed look at the set. 3 minifigs in this one. We have a female firefighter, a male firefighter, and a woman. I guess that's his wife. And I don't know where the hell her makeup is, but they all have the same smile, the classic 1970s smile that the original minifigs came out with, except they have hollow studs. And since I dismantled the model and we're taking an exploded look, might as well bring you into the close-up of the model. And this is the interior of the first floor. Actually, let me correct myself, there are 4 minifigs, and actually the store would like to have all of them outside, so might as well prepare for that. He's a chef of the fire squad, and there's the rope that they drop down, a couple siren lights, and many accessories are in this model right here. We have more tool set and the stairway to the second floor. And look at the front foyer, I think you would want to call it, the driveway here, and the kitchen. Well, actually no, the kitchen's upstairs. Pardon the confusion, but this is the storeroom for the helmets and the American flag. Very nicely done. I'm impressed with this, but actually that's not the most flattering detail. Very nice symbols at the entrance. Lamppost, mailbox, and lights. And in the second floor, we have the continuation of the rope with a danger tile, or rather a caution tile, and the actual kitchen, which I thought the first floor had, but maybe I saw the picture wrong, or maybe it's the pet shop that has the kitchen on the first floor. Case in point, sink, stove, and cupboards, refrigerator. Let's take an upside down look at this. We're on the Hulk, we're going upside down, and we have a tennis court, a cupboard or another chest at that, maybe a storage cabinet. Even though it doesn't have doors. Actually, I lost the term since the construction of the model was so bizarre. And that's it for the second floor. And now in the roof, you have a water tower, a bell, and a nice detail on the top of the gazebo. Well, actually, it's just a bell house and the door to the attic, just like that episode of Hey Arnold. It's too bad that's not Arnold's bedroom. And what can I say? You have the works here. Forgot to actually mention the couch, but that's no big deal. The works are in this set. Full detail. I know tiles are missing, but that will bring the cost up another $50 to $200. It is $150, so it's a very great deal. Each part comes up to be about 7.5 cents or less. And it's all a great deal for your dark red. Before I have to glitter the set, I have to call out on the crappy parts of it. Well, there are actually some flaws with it. I'm very disappointed with the lack of dark tan. I mean, it's just the front side and they hide it off the walls. If they had dark tan 1x6 like the Pirates line had in 2009, it could have gone a much longer way with me. The gray is a little boring and made the build definitely bore me out. However, the dark red is full lot. You have lots of tiles. Obviously, I'm not keeping this, so for me, the parts, it doesn't really matter or weigh in unless I do some badass trick and pull out the interior parts where no one can see, like no one can see inside a couple dark tan bricks here behind the garage doors. And if I can pull those out and swap them in for basic parts where no one can see, of course it does no harm, no foul, I can maybe take something out of it. But that's just a little badass. And you have the interesting part piece. There's very minor juniorization overall, very tiny pieces, and it took me about 8 hours to do this whole thing in total, not counting distractions and separating out the meals that I had between. Fire truck is simply yet effective thing, though I do not like the red. Well, maybe the red's nice, but I'm actually going to start getting into the good stuff now. The railings are sweet. I like the detail. You have some tubes, and as I said, the details in the set are perfect. They're the works. And to get to this technique, it's done with the parts upside down. And that piece, I mean that whole snot arrangement, and it's actually supposed to be called a snot, was hung in by clips and things, just like the 1932, which is one of the hardest details in the set to do. Let the light not distort the look of this sign. And this window, of course, was also snot, so the technique is there, and I really have to commend Mr. Berard for it. Of course, most of this dark tan wall is snot, but that's a relatively junior detail compared to this. Of course, you have this nice overhang, very good facade detail, and the bell, full of snot and hung in by a string. A new series means new rating scales, and for me I have the ratings for overall look, parts use, technique, well that's one scale, colors, and playability. And let's start off with the color rating, and that's going to get actually a 7 out of 10. Because there is not enough dark tan in the set. It's supposed to flatter you with the dark tan bricks. It is not. It is just full of gray. I know they're trying to cut costs, but it just does not make the building look amazing. I do not know why they can get away with dark red, dark green, dark blue on the sides of the building, but not dark tan, as seen in sets like the Café Corner. But anyway, as for the playability, a 9. Full of detail, bottom and up. Ceiling has some robust detail. It's just, it may be lacking some kind of functions. I know it's not a city set, but it actually manages to maintain some kid-friendly appeal, or actually some adult-friendly. Well, they want to play as a family. You could actually play with the set and drive the car in and out, or put the minifigs to work cooking. But anyway, as for the application of parts, I'm going to give it a 10. Too much snot is so good. It actually is not. I love it. The technique adds a challenge to the set, whereas it's needed. Obviously, sides of the building are going to intertwine with other modular buildings, so it's not needed there, but the overall look of the snot and the facade is just impressive and flattering. And I will say it the third time, I have to commend Mr. Berard for this. And last but not least, the overall look of the set, I'm going to actually give it a 9, not a 10. And that's because it's a little old for me. I mean, it's a classic building, but I think the dark tan may or may not actually go very, very well with the dark red. It goes good, but not very appealing. As I said, I wasn't really drawn to the set that much, but I am drawn to sets like the pet shop and whatnot. And overall, in an average, we have a 7, a 9, a 10, and a 9. And that makes about 35 over 4. That's going to average out an 8.75, closer to a 9. So there we go, that's your ratings, and that is your review of the set, and you can see a couple Easter eggs of what's going on in the background with the build project. And I'm keeping my space far more organized than before now. And my room. Well, that's it for today, guys. See you soon. TE out.